Hello everybody, this is me. It's the Hub Critic back in with the Friday show, and yeah, I know, I've got to make this quick because I got to be out pretty soon, like 2 hours from now, so this is going to be a very brief and pretty crappy episode of the Friday show. So anyways, into the news for today's episode, because first up, it is Pokemon Go, as you would all expect. I know this has been like 3 weeks into the massive worldwide sensation, as it is called. It is Pokemon Go. It's a mobile game, you all know, and I did a podcast on it, so you can check it out, but here I am, basically, just to talk about it, just for a second, just to, put it on the news. Because this game, if you haven't played it before, if you've been living under a humongous freaking gigantic rock, you would know that this game is one of the biggest sensational sort of games that came around. And yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, I've seen documented every YouTuber out there playing this game and doing walkthroughs of it. And yeah, it's been out for at least 3 weeks. I mean, God knows if you haven't played this game before, or at least haven't heard of someone else, one of your friends who has played this game before. This game is literally being taking over the world. I mean, it's out in pretty much every country I can think of, most of Europe, America, and Australasia. And yeah, it's been a pretty crazy experience. Actually, I've pretty much been a big fan of this game. There's been some crazy stories and mishaps going on. I mean, there's a story of a YouTuber who actually trespassed in someone's lawn and nearly got shot at. There's also been two people who just walked off a cliff. Thankfully, they're all right, which kind of annoying. Some guy who found a dead body, and also just a lot of near-death experiences. There also have been some deaths recorded for this game. I don't know how many at the moment, but there's been a few. It's been pretty intense, I should say. Now, with Pokemon Go, of course, success is always going to be limited, right? So how long will this game go on for? How long is this going to be lasting? And how long is the freaking use-by date for this app? Here's my suggestion. I think this app is going to be gone in 3 months. And the reason is, yes, this game does have the replayability of the social aspect, but the actual game itself is quite limited in terms of there's only a certain amount of Pokemon you can catch. And I know I've been playing this game maybe weeks, in terms of how many days I've been playing it, probably like 7 days-ish, and I already have about 50 of the 100 and some, or 100, I don't know, Pokemon. There's also only a level I can reach is 40. So imagine if I get to level 40 and I've already, given up on the game, I'm not going to play it anymore. So 3 months for me. I'm probably going to stop this game within the month, because I have a certain data plan which allows me to stop after that date. So yeah, I'm pretty much out with the game. I think that there's so many bugs with this game that just really annoy me, like the gyms. You can take over your own gyms, which is just pointless, really. So if the gym is your colour, there's no point of taking it over, because you're already just ousting. You're not doing anything, really. And with it taking over someone else's gym, they can take it over minutes later. So there should be a time limit where, you should keep that gym for that certain amount of time. Also, with this game, you have to think how, the deal with this game is, like, why would this ever be something that, cannot be replicated by a different game made better? So, I mean, there's already probably developers scrapping around looking for ideas for a new game, AR-related, GPS-related like this. I can't believe hasn't been done before. The technology's there. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot more new games coming out. No doubt Pokemon Go will try to cash in on this game as much as given possible, but they're still losing stock over this game because of the shareholders believing that they haven't realizing they have nothing to do with the game, and the fact that this probably will get a sequel, because I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I think they might have to do a new version of this game in the near future with new Pokemon. They can't really do an update. They could do an update, but most likely, I don't know, they'll probably release a new game next year or something like that. If they're planning to keep this game, then they'll have to release more and more updates. And yeah, they're already taking up lots of space on my phone. So we'll see what happens. in the near future if they add more Pokemon, if they do cool stuff. At the moment, I'm really enjoying it. So hey, if you want to know, I'm level 11 and I'm playing for Team Valor. Okay. The Olympics is the next story on today's episode, probably the only other story. It's Rio 2016, and the opening ceremony is on today, if you didn't know already, and this ceremony is taking place, I didn't realise until like a few days ago, but for me, on GMT time, which I was used to, you know, I'm used to things at like 8 PM or whatever, this one's on 11:30 PM at night, so it's questionable whether I will get through the entire thing tonight. But for no doubt, I will surely be doing a review of that fully next week in next Friday's show, and we'll also be talking about all the Olympic events and stuff like that. But in today's episode, I'm just going to really hype up stuff that's going to be going on around the Olympic venue today. So this is the opening ceremony is on today. If you're wondering, the big event that everyone really cares about, which is the 100-meter sprint final, or dash, or whatever you want to call it, it will be on, I will tell you, Olympic... Here we are. Where the hell is this thing going? Final 2016. If you want to see it, it will be the 15th of August. So that is not next Monday, but the Monday after next. I mean, that's the event that anyone really watches. It's like the 10 seconds that everybody is glued to the screens. I mean, I remember it 2012. I remember it probably 2008 as well. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, if you ain't there, you're just gonna be cast out. So yeah, that'll be definitely a big thing I'm talking about. I live in Ireland, so I mean, the thing I'm most excited about will be Ireland themselves competing in a team event, which is in the hockey, and we're gonna be, you know, taking part of that. Our first match is actually tomorrow, so you can check us out. And I think most of our matches are on at like 6 PM or 3 PM, I'm not sure. Then I'm also gonna be, secondly, I'm gonna be watching Kay Taylor in the boxing, because of course it's probably where our big medals are gonna come. And thirdly, I might be checking out the new events like rugby and golf, and then of course fourth and finally I will be looking at the basketball, because I want to see who is going to be in the finals with the Team USA, who are obviously going to make the finals, as well as the sprint. Okay. Yes, anyways, back to the news, because obviously there's been a lot of controversy around the entire Olympics, with a lot of people complaining, or at least, you know, protesting. There's been protests around the place, because of course, I mean, this is news that's been going on for months and months and months, about, you know, the fact that there's been money, there's been a disparity between the rich and the poor in Rio de Janeiro, we all know that. And of course, every day there's always some new story that, you know, a lot of the money that is going towards the Olympics shouldn't be going towards the Olympics. I mean, my decision is split, because I think that yes, it is unfortunate in some ways that there is such a, you know, disparity, and of course how, you know, a lot of the money that could be allocated towards, you know, funds for poor, obviously the faveled areas and the slums of Brazil. But there's also the aspect that this will bring a lot more money in, I think, because they actually have lowered down the cost. I mean, the opening ceremony is going to lower, so I think this will bring in more funds. Then I think we'll reap in the benefits of having the Olympics. Of course, firstly, you know that you're going to make money off the actual event, and of course, after that, there's also the after effects that you're going to make money off of the tourism. I think there'll be a rise in tourism, even though Rio is a pretty popular tourist destination as it is. I think it'll get more popular as a result. But of course, that means, I mean, obviously, there might be a system where, yes, I think it'll be popular as a result, as long, this is an asterisk, as long as the Zika virus is cleared up. I mean, yes, after that, I think tourism will pick up. I mean, yeah, they're going to suffer a bit, obviously, from that, because a lot of big names have gone out of the actual Olympics themselves, and that has been pretty disappointing, actually. You know, Rory McIlroy for Ireland, Graham McDowell, I think, Jordan Spieth, and also Steph Curry for basketball, as well as, I think, yeah, Steph Curry and LeBron James. So they're two big names as well that won't be there. But also we have, you know, of course, Usain Bolt, and of course Justin Gatlin, who's touted for America in the 100-meter sprint. Back to that, because yeah, we're going to see those two go at it. My predictions, just off the cuff before next week's event, I think Well, actually, probably do my predictions next week. Yeah, I'll save it for next week. But anyways, those big events that come up next week. Anyways. So yeah, anyways, it's going to be a really, really good time, as well as the Paralympics that follow afterwards. It's going to be a great event, and I am ecstatic for the entire thing to take place. Anyways, so yeah, there's been controversy, there's been highlights, lowlights, there's been all sorts of lights everywhere, and this show is nearly on the road. So let's get on with that, and we will go with that. Hopefully Ireland will do well in some respects, and hopefully the people who are given out don't take over the entire event. See you all next time. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment below, share, favorite, do all you can to support me. And I will see you in next week's The Friday Show. Bye.